Hello, everyone. It's the Illuminati religion. I'm going to talk about today alcohol and drug addiction. Alcohol and drug addiction comes from a weak spirit. And it's not I'm not downing people that are become alcoholics or drug addicts. I'm trying to give them an understanding of what happens, and why they need God and God's word. See, because if you know God's word and you value the way God tells you to be, it's a lot easier to kick those things. And if you're not one and you're heading down that road, or you're a young child and you're smart, you'll become smarter, so that chances are you won't fall into these traps. Because what happens is alcohol and drugs, what you think you enjoy, you end up becoming a slave to. At first, getting a little high is fun, getting drunk is fun, but then before you know it, you become a slave to it. And it destroys you. And God people don't understand what the holy books and God's word is truly supposed to do. It's supposed to make you a strong, tough, smart warrior for what's good and humane, so that you fight the evil power structure. See, because when you truly know God's word and you value what God tells you, then when some ungodly leader tells you something's right, if it ain't going along with God's word, it ain't right. Because God's word is the ultimate humane truth. And see, most people don't understand, in an ungodly society, the leaders want you to hate yourself. The leaders want you ignorant. The leaders don't want you with any kind of revolutionary mentality to stand up for justice or stand up for what's right. They don't want that. They want people that are ignorant, weak, divided, and ignorant, that'll go along with what they say, do what they want, keep them rich and powerful, fat and happy, and people then the people do all the work and the people suffer. And then a lot of them are looking just to, kiss up a brown nose to the leader, hoping they can get a crumb. And you see it a lot of times. Oh, I hope so-and-so will notice me and they'll give me a little something. And they ooh-ah at people with all this material wealth and ooh-ah. And they're not happy. And a lot of times the people with all that money ain't happy. God is to teach you to be strong, to be smart. And I know religion, because you got to understand, a lot of organized religion, they water it down. So, because they don't want you to have this kind of mentality. Because they know the power structure doesn't like this mentality. But no, you're here to be strong and to stand up for what's right. And so when people come together in God and stand up for what's right, well, then they stick together and they hang strong. Because, see, you got to look at it like this. And this is why I try to get people away from drugs and alcohol. And don't get me wrong, the Lord allows people to drink a little bit. Now, I don't recommend that if you're an alcoholic, but a little bit social. Not to get all drunk and act stupid, though. But the point of God's word is to make you strong in this world. Because this world is the ungodly. The way this world is set up is designed to crush most of the people. Work them hard, give them little, and they're here to serve us. That's what most ungodly leaders think. The people are here to serve us. Well, no. See, because Jesus said the leader is the greatest servant. So the leader, like in the Illuminati church, any leader should be the greatest humanitarian. Now, as far as being strong in God, you have to look at it this way. If I'm going to send you to war, let me rephrase that. If you're going to go to war, well, and you got to fight a battle, well, now, which way do you really want to be? Do you want to be the guy who trains hard, learns to shoot his gun good, learns all kinds of tactics to win and destroy the enemy, so the chances are you'll come out victorious? Or Do you want to be, all high on the battlefield, drunk on the battlefield? You can't shoot straight, you can't think straight. Enemy comes up and kills you, no problem. Well, see, when you turn to God, you become that strong, smart warrior, tougher, because first of all, if you ever do go to war, you go to war for the right reasons, because you don't just go to war because the guy says go to war and you just follow him. You know if you're fighting for the right reasons or not, because you know God's word. And this is the point, to make you a tough person in life, because I'm not gonna kid you, in an ungodly world, most people are wicked, and most people are up to no good. They have bad values, they do bad things, and if you're not smart enough and strong enough, you'll fall with them, or you'll go down the same bad roads they go down. And most people just find misery in this world. In an ungodly world, most people find misery because they value the wrong things to begin with, and then they got wicked people doing things to them, and they can't deal with it. And then once they can't deal with it, they end up on drugs. A lot of them end up in psychiatric conditions and what have you, because God is to make you strong and give you an understanding of how to be strong and how to fight this power structure. Sometimes you got to work behind the scenes because you don't want to get your head chopped off early on. So you got to be smart. You got to use reason. And like I said, I'm not trying to breed a bunch of terrorists either. I mean, I'm just trying to get people to use reason, and people have to stand up for what's right. Because I always say, violence is a last resort. But it's to make you strong, and so you can deal with problems and things that come in life, and not lose your mind. You can be strong still and say, okay, the problem comes, but I'm not going to just lose my mind. I got to deal with the problem the best of my ability, and you do the best you can. So I hope you realize God, if you learn God's word, and I put it, there's a holy book on the website, Illuminati Church, ALUMINATE church.org. And you read that, and I read all the holy books, the Bible, Quran, the Gita that the Hindus use, and I work on this holy book for the Lord, and it's to make society better and to make people strong so that they're not drug addicts, so that they don't end up alcoholics, they don't end up things like this. So God bless and have a good day.